Better late than never, Buffs fans. Early National Signing Day is here, and we got some news to talk about. We'll take a look at the class. We'll talk about also, do we have another player or two joining this class later this week? Y'all be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments. Especially, I want to know who your favorite commit is. It's okay to be biased. It's okay to have a favorite, guys. I don't want to hear all of them. Who are you most excited about? Also, shout out to Kalshi, promo code DTB. Come on now, get on Kalshi with me, trade on sports, and let's get rich together. You'll get a $10 bonus once you deposit $10 once you use that code DTB. And hey, Brown's going to bounce back this week, okay? So I'm going to be putting a little bit of money on the Browns and Shador, but let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Very, very exciting. This class is. You can see we had all 10 of our guys that were committed over the last week or so signed their letter of intent. And I'm assuming pretty much all these guys are going to be here in January. I'm assuming all of them are going to be here. Okay. And we're going through this list and we added an 11th yesterday. That's what I did the video on. Alexander Ward, a two-way athlete, our next Travis Hunter, baby. I mean, that's the prayer. Hard commit. He'll sign his national letter of intent soon. I'm assuming this week. I mean, the plan was for him to sign today, but he's going to be a Buff, joining his brother Christian Ward, also from IMG, as a wide receiver. Julian Lewis having some more targets. And, well, I guess before I'll get into what might happen next, let's talk about it, okay? Who is your favorite commit out of this class? I'm going to be doing all my videos on all these different players, okay, individual. But I have to say, the guy that I am most excited for, honestly, it is Carson Crawford. And I mean, when you watch his huddle tape, when you watch those highlights, man, he's got fantastic athleticism and instinct. And really, I'm a fan of all the linebackers we brought in here: Cody Johnson, Rodney Colton, and Carson Crawford, now elevated to a 4-star like a month ago. We held off Oklahoma State, thank God, and he's coming to Boulder to play for Robert Livingston and Coach Prime, of course. But man, Carson Crawford, Rodney Colton, uh, heck, even like I said, Kobe Johnson. These are guys that, based on how our linebacker room looks right now, these guys might be getting playing time next year. Okay, and I wouldn't mind having a high upside, true freshman starter at inside linebacker, along with maybe a veteran that we get in the portal. And please, can we get a new linebacker coach? Please, God. Please. Football gods, come on now. We suffered enough, okay? Guys, I turned on Andre Hart again, Coach Hart again. I'm sorry, man. I'm flip-flopping. We couldn't stop a quarterback run to save our lives again this year. So we're done with it, okay? Carson Crawford is my favorite commit. Also, I'm partial to Texas, so how about that? But we got offensive linemen coming in. If you guys need to know about this, Preston Ashley, he's a guy that can play safety. He can play a little corner as well. We'll see where he ends up playing, but we got, I think, an open spot at safety right now next to Taufik Bayard. We'll see if any of those guys in the safety room jump into the portal or not. By the way, guys, Omari Miller, he put out a tweet, said, man, something along the lines of, y'all make something out of nothing, dude, about him deactivating his social media. Hey, that's good. I really hope Omarion stays. But you just never know after a 3-9 season, really, who's going to stay. So I hope he does. Wide receiver Christian Ward, Xavier Payne, offensive tackle Ben Gula. I believe the plan is to play him at center, and we need a starting center this year, guys. We're now going to be going into our 4th year with a new center. That sucks, but we've had true freshmen start here before. Maybe Ben Gula is that guy. That's cool. And then the one Colorado commit we got, or signee, the Colorado kid, Josiah Manu from Loving, Colorado, just down the road from Boulder. Awesome to see him in here. He's got some versatility along the offensive line as well. So, yes. But this is what I'm wondering, guys. We have Domata Peko Jr., the son of Domata Peko Sr., on the staff. I think it's safe to say that he is staying because his son signed JUCO. Think he's more of an edge, right? defensive end, but he signed today. He's been committed for a while, and you wonder then, are we going to get Joseph Peko? Are we going to get him? Who is Domata Peko's other son. Now, he didn't play JUCO or anything like that. He's coming straight out of Oaks Christian High School out of Westlake Village, California. But he's an 87 rated defensive lineman, 6'3", 310 pounds. It's basically, from what we understand, been down to North Carolina and Colorado. Domata, Coach Peko. What is going on, dude? Um, I'm hoping he signs this week. Now, y'all let me know. Maybe you've heard something on Twitter. Again, I've been out most of the day trying to keep up with things as much as I can, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here, man. This isn't based on any reporting, anything like that. I think Joseph Peko will be a buff. If Domata Peko Jr. and Domata Peko Sr. are gonna be here, he's gonna be a buff. And let's see what that does to the class. Okay. If I can spell. There we go, and we'll move this up here. We'll calculate this thing. This puts us at 171.71 overall, and hopefully that brings us into the top 100 in the high school class. So, in major college football here. So right now we rank at 102, but if we were to get somebody like Joseph Peko, that would bring us into 171.71. That would bring us into 91st overall, right ahead of Old Dominion. Okay, guys. All right. At least it's not, last place. Okay. Okay. Hey, I'm positive. I'm being positive here. And that would take us from 16th, dead last. Okay. Dead last in the conference. Unacceptable, by the way. Okay. But we at least salvaged. We at least kept the guys, this past week, and that's great. Hope we can add another guy or two. But if we get Joseph Peko, we rocket ship right up above UCF for the 15th overall high school recruiting class there, just behind Oklahoma State. My prayer to the football gods. This is my plea, football gods, dude. I'm not even going to ask much from you right now. I'm not. I would love to have 30 amazing high school players come here. Okay. They could all be 3 stars. It doesn't matter. Okay. But I'm not even going to ask for that, football gods. I am going to just humbly ask, can you get us to 15? Damn it. Please. Please. They don't gotta be, quote unquote blue chip guys. Okay. Some of the guys that we brought in that are blue chip weren't actually blue chip. Okay. Some of the guys that we brought in were 3 stars were actually real freaking good. Okay. That's all I want. There's still a handful of guys that we have offered that are unsigned. Can we just have 4? Please. That would get us into respectability. Hey, might even get us towards Cincinnati, which would be great. But although we are small in number, hey, the quality, it's right around there with the rest of the Big 12 in terms of, the average quality. It's right there outside of, where Utah, BYU, Texas Tech is. Everyone else is kind of around that 86, 87 average, and that's where we are at 87.78. That's great. Let's continue to build on this a little bit, though, with only 11 guys. This is what I'll say about Coach Prime, man. Coach Prime says, I don't understand why you recruit high school guys. Guys, this is just his answer that he's come up with, because whatever the real reason is, he's not telling you. That's how I feel about it, man. And that's okay, man. Some of it's coach speak. That's Coach Prime's right. He doesn't always have to give, the real answer all the time. But I don't recruit high school because 50% of them leave. Well, if that's math, it just doesn't add up. Why recruit 10 and then you'll be left with 5? Guys, 50% leave just in general, pretty much. The good programs are able to retain, 60, 70% of their guys, sometimes depending on the year. And the rest of it's turnover. To me, it doesn't really matter whether you come from high school or you come from transfer portal. We've seen so many guys from the transfer portal leave here over the past 3 cycles or so. Like, that's just what happens, okay? So, I think Coach Prime, man, he needs to come out and say, "Hey, we just we would just rather emphasize the portal." Okay? And, it's not how I would do things, but, that's okay. I have my little internet show where I give my opinion, and, we'll see how this goes, okay? But I do hope that there is a plan for this next year to emphasize high school a little bit better because I think it can help set the foundation of having a culture. The bottom fell out this year, man. Um, the bottom fell out this year. We lost a lot of captains, big time players for us, and you recruit some of these high school guys so that they can be the leaders. They've been in the program 2, 3 years, and they can be the next leaders to help instill the culture to the transfers that come in. Okay. That's where they can play a great value in. All right. And my hope is that although this class in 2025, well, I guess it's the 2026 class, might be a little small in number. Okay. My hope is that there are a handful of players out of these 11 guys that establish themselves as legacy buffs that we will remember. And hey, I might be wavering on this a little bit, but for the sake of the video, I'm sticking with it, right? I want to be positive. Julian Lewis will bring us a national championship. At the very least, a Big 12 title. Okay. All right. National championship. Okay. I believe that recruiting class last year was special, but again, small. I think this class has the opportunity to build on that. But this time, man, we got offensive linemen. We got defensive players on the front seven. We got linebackers. Okay. We got a couple difference makers in the secondary. The pride and the tradition of the Colorado Buffaloes will not be entrusted to the timid or weak. Welcome to the most magical place on earth, baby. Boulder, Colorado. Y'all are going to love it. And football gods, let's just get another 4 guys into this class, please. Skull buffs,